Morning. 3rd of August today. We'll be fishing aboard Nomad with Pete. Let's go get some tuna. So this is going to be our stinger on one of our rods. It's the new one we made up. It's a bit bigger than normal. Yeah. That's us on our way out to the fishing ground. In the helm chair, we've got Pete's mate Masha with us today. He's a dab hand at fishing all round really. This is his first time tuna fishing. First job for me is to clean off all the little bits of broken shell on the deck. The boys have been using the boat for potting and there's loads of bits of shale and shell on the deck. I don't want it to scratch the fish, so I'm going to give it a good clean up. Conditions are lovely, it's a nice day out here, let's hope we find some fish. We're not the only ones out here hunting for food. You can see all the big gannets, they're all up high in the sky. They're looking for the early source of food. Worth keeping an eye on those. We always use birds to help us find tuna fish. It's a good indicator, but I reckon the birds quite often come and check us out too. My guess, most seabirds can recognise a fishing boat. It's funny, different birds look at the lures differently. Gannets will take a quick cursory glance and write them off as lures. One of the most curious is a common herring gull. They'll actually come right down and have a proper close look at them. Don't want to teach Masha to suck eggs, but yeah, just giving them a quick rundown on the reels and what to expect. Check this out. After seeing what I thought was a few tuna on the surface, we swung over that way. We're in the middle of nowhere. Bam! Blue water hookup. Yes, we're on. Fish on.
Wow, I did it, job.
Oh, did ya? Oh, nice. You.
We're going with a big run now.
That's better. That's more like it, isn't it? I'm coming off the speed a little bit. That's possibly a better fish if he's gone light. He kind of comes towards you, doesn't he? See that go off, did he?
Yeah. We didn't see any fish though, did we? Like, I don't know, you saw some splashes, didn't you?
It was like tuna splashes, and so I was like, oh,
Hey, you have a bass ray. This one was like... No, let him take it at the moment.
We're not gaining much on this fish yet, so chances are it's probably quite a good fish. Yes, got a fish on. I've just turned the boat to run with the weather a little bit. Let's see how we go on. We're just playing this fish here. We got the dolphins here. Look. If you were following tuna that we had on the line in last year, have a look at it. Like. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I do.
You seen it in the States? I went and bought that Wicked Tuna series. I can watch it after.
Sorry Pete, you were saying about the Wicked Tuna. I wanted to keep the fish out the back.
Yeah, so, they fish completely differently. They don't tow. They turn their engines off and drift.
But they're fishing deep, aren't they?
They just chopping from like,
The alarm go off on their same.
Yeah. But they'll drift for a good 6 hours, so just doing that. Like, that's boring.
You must get a lot of sharks though.
Eh?
You must get a lot of sharks.
Yeah, no, I think they do, yeah. I think that's their biggest struggle with sharks.
Ash got the fish to the boat, but it goes again. Yeah, he's run again. Whoa, that's the first time I've seen those rods do anything. Yeah, so the Penn Carnage, 130 pound class bent butt rod. It's basically the equivalent to the broomsticks that we had from last year. Nice big heavy rod, but looking at it, it's got quite a nice soft top tip action to it, but it's still got its power. Interesting bit of kit.
He does come forward really gentle on that front.
So what Pete's talking about there is the throttle controls for the outboard engines. They're super responsive on this boat. Yeah, it's horrible, yeah.
So like this one.
Lost the fish on day one due to this. In fact, I'm going to jump on the helm actually.
Coming around.
Aim of the game, be super gentle with the throttles.
All the time, coming all the time. He's trying to go round us. I need to put a bit more power on. Keep the power on a bit. Alright. Alright, so we'll try and get him in, I think. Alright, I'm going to put it on auto helm.
These are just behind you, mate. They're really hard to work with this clip on. The clip is rigged to a pulley line there in case we have a big fish and we need help getting it on board, but it does make the grips difficult to use.
I think we clip that on if we need it. Yeah.
Conditions are good, so I'm taking it off unless we need it.
Alright. Can you manage that for us, Max? Yeah. Cheers. Not that massive, but even small. That's it, on the map. One, two, three. Oh shit, didn't mean that to happen. Up here against that.
Watch his tail, when they go mental.
People have been asking me for a dispatch video shot. Here it is for educational purposes. You see how the fish's eyes have rolled back and it kind of quivers a bit? That's this fish, that's brain dead now.
Look, that hook's so warped in there. Look, it's like, just pop out, yeah.
Straight onto the bleeding process. This needs to be done immediately. Need to get the blood out of this fish for the meat quality. It's not a great initial first bleed, but it is bleeding freely. Let's roll it over. Okay, so each fish is a little bit different. You see this side is a lot better. It's a nice positive bleed. Blood is pumping out.
Look at him pump out there.
We can empty this fish of the blood. Definitely more than one way to bleed a tuna. I'm not saying mine's the best, but it works for me. Little nick inside the gill linings allows me to insert the water hose just to add a little bit more pressure when it's needed.
Yeah. So the arteries run down there. I'll put a hole both sides, and I put a little cut in the gill, and when that stops pumping, I can put a bit of pressure in with the deck wash to keep him bleeding. Yeah. That's nice. That's a nice bleed. That. The brain spike keeps the heart pumping, so the heart's still pumping it out, if you know what I mean, but the fish is dead, so in a way it's like a humane kill, but the heart's still helping this. See, it's starting to slow down a bit. I'll put that in there.
Honestly, I like to take my time with the bleeding, get it right, get the fish empty of blood as much as possible. It will improve the meat. While I crack on with this fish, Pete and Mash are getting the gear ready, getting fishing again. Let's see if we can get another one. Bleeding complete, fishing again, and I'm sharing knowledge on the Ikejime wire process with Pete.
Oh, okay, yeah, you've got that like, sort of like gravelly almost, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's like smooth.
Gravelly, but smooth? Yeah, both are right. Gravelly is probably as the wire scrapes along on the inside of the spinal column, and the smooth is because there's no resistance. If you've got resistance, you might be pushing the wire into the fish's flesh. Shouldn't have too much resistance.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's like a oil rod, it's not...
That's how it felt on that fish I did the other day.
And all his body just flips like mad. Let's try the bigger wire and just see how far down it goes. This goes all the way.
Something else I've learned is wire size is important. A big fish can handle the biggest wire. A small fish of say 50-60 kilos needs a smaller diameter wire.
Stowed. There you go. So you've got fin twitch there. Okay.
Yeah, alright, that's good.
Oh, another lovely fish there. Beautiful. Pretty pleased with that. What do you reckon, Masha?
Tiger.
Well, that's your first tuna, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah, amazing. Alright, we're going to get this fish on ice now. It's been bled, we've Ikejimi'd it, Ikejime wired it, and we've gutted it inside, so it's nice and clean inside. So have a quick look in there, lovely and clean. We're going to put it on ice. $1.88 m, Pete. Yeah, I'll get a girth on it as well, just cause, and then we'll see. 124.
Fork length of 188 centimeters and a girth of 124 centimeters. According to my new chart from Philippe, thanks again for that, mate. Can add a fish of about 103 kilos live weight. takes a lot of ice to ice a tuna well. These ICCAT boxes are about 56 litres each. Probably use 2 to make the slush ice and maybe another one to top it up afterwards. And then usually some more when we get ashore. Go for another one. But I need to get a plug for the bag a minute so we can make a slush. So just nick a plug off here. You got a pile of bag plugs there, Pete?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Oh, there.
Depends on it.
We make slush in here. I read this document about it and it said you've got to try and get the temperature of the fish's meat down to 0 as quickly as possible for the best quality. And then, and the slush is the best way to do it. But last year I left one in the slush a bit too long and it started freezing a little bit. So I was like, you don't want to do that either. So it's like, you got to do this for a bit and then after a while we'll roll him over, cool the other side, and then I'll drain all the water out. I mean, you probably don't have to, do you know what I mean? You could just, no one really cares, that's the problem with it. When I say nobody cares, they probably do. It definitely reflects in the quality of the meat when you cut the fish and process it. No, because I've spoken to some of the processors. I'd imagine someone who really understands tuna fish meat quality would definitely know the difference. But what I'm getting at is, it doesn't reflect in the price or the value of a fish if I were to put this fish on the UK fish market. Most people wouldn't be able to tell the difference looking at a fish from the outside, and that's fair enough. Perhaps the fish next to mine has been handled better than mine has. My point is, nobody really knows. That's partly why I made those traceability videos, just to give people peace of mind that the fish has been handled as well as I can handle it, to give you the highest quality product. Also, I'm open source. I'm sharing everything I'm doing here. The idea is in producing the best fish that I can produce and to share it and learn from other people in the fleet so that as a whole the fleet is producing good quality fish. Relatively speaking, the UK is fairly new to tuna fishing. Let's learn from those with experience. Pete said try not to drag him because he might damage on the deck. But if you're in Europe or Australia, America, anywhere catching tuna and you've got good techniques or I'm doing something wrong and you know it, tell me, hit me up, I want to know, let me know. Always looking to improve.
Yeah, he's fucking heavy.
Yeah, I got this end. You jump the other end, Mash. Yeah, and I've still definitely got a lot to learn about the ways and methods of different techniques of catching these fish. Feel free to share those too. Nice. In the big scheme of things, we've not been tuna fishing on Nomad very long, but everything is starting to find a home on the boat. We've found the fish. We've got a couple of tuna boats here fishing. There's a bus just in front of them, so we're gonna leave them to it. We're sort of still searching over here and hoping the bus kicks off this side. But yeah, we've got one fish on board, so that's really, really cool. Let's see if we can hook up another.
When it's like this and a bit more competitive, maybe our tactic is to bring the gear in and move it over there, but it doesn't feel like the pressure's on at the moment, right?
Only because we've got a fish on board. That is it's forming, mate. That's forming.
We're getting there early, it's just started.
Do you want me to wind the gear in?
You don't want to go more than 10 knots really, do with the gear.
No, that's quite a bus forming out there, mate.
Can you wind in at this speed?
Difficulty, but I'll try.
Like,
just push it, see what you can do. I'll tell you on the real string. We're still learning this boat. It's quite a new boat to Pete. One of its key advantages is its speed. So we can go really fast and catch up to busts quickly.
I don't think you want to go too much more.
Amazingly, the spreader bars can be towed at a much faster speed than I ever thought possible. Obviously we're not fishing at that speed, but they can be towed at that speed just to get to a bust. But there's definitely a limit.
That's about 11, 12 knots, that is.
Alright. The big one's starting to like do that now, but they're back on surface now.
I think 10's our limit, really, isn't it?
At 10 knots being our limit for towing the gear, that's still almost twice the speed Forager would do if I needed to get to a bust quickly. Impressive stuff. Tuna bust ahead, here we go.
Wow, it's kicking off.
That's a nice bust, there's a lot of birds there, the fish are definitely on the feed. But check it out, we've got another tuna boat just on the other side of the bust. Hopefully we can work this bust together.
The other boat here, our bust. Got a lot of birds.
Both of us have reached the bust about the same time. But you can see that the bust has kind of stopped, but the birds are still there. They're just above the surface. They're in a tight pack. It probably means the tuna are driving the fish around, but they're just a little bit too deep at the moment. This is good, we've both taken up a line, we're kind of either side of the bust, we're fishing parallel. This works nicely. And the tuna fish are back up on the surface. They're really close to us, they've come up on our side, there's a bust erupting, we're going to catch a fish here. We're so well placed, let's go. Houston, we have a problem. Check out where our fish is and check out where that other tuna boat is.
Got a fish on!
Take another look at this from the camera on the wheelhouse roof. Turning into the fish here. You can see them coming down on the starboard side of the boat. And bam! He hits the lure.
Yeah.
So we're on.
Yeah.
Fish on.
Keep going. Buddy, got a fish on!
Oh man, I don't think they've seen the lures. They probably think it's just tuna feeding. I hope that they don't run right over the top of the fish and the other spreader bar. We're fishing close to other boats, I tend to keep an eye on it, and if they've hooked up, I give them a wide berth. And we've lost the fish. Probably, in all honesty, nothing to do with that other boat, but at the time. Does start to pose the question of tuna etiquette. Yeah, what's the rules out here?
I mean, we've always sort of said if someone's on the fish, then they get priority, really. Yeah, it's kind of fun to have a race for them, but it's a shame that.
Ones and twos, like, as I was approaching and I was a bit closer, I didn't see much.
It's a totally different ballgame fishing against or with other boats, isn't it? Like that. It's like,
They muscled in big time there.
it changes it.
Yeah, we only saw a little bit because we lost the fish, but yeah, these things happen.
Yeah.
Initially, when we approached it, I thought he was going to go the other side.
Yeah,
You
that
went
would have
the
made
same
sense.
side.
Both of you going down the side.
That's ideal. I got this side, you go that side. As soon as you drop the hammer as well, you both, like whatever boat's involved, they get more competitive. It's just chipping down.
Tuna Wars UK.
So obviously we've got the catch and release fishery guys out here as well as the commercial guys.
That's right. Kick off again, I think.
Yeah, I'd almost be tempted to loop.
And sometimes we all end up in a small area chasing the same
Too
fish.
far ahead of where we were. Like.
Most boats know each other now and pretty helpful really.
I feel like the birds are getting pushed by us.
Yeah.
It's like surfing, you have to almost like find your sit point before in reach of the peak.
Yeah, and reach the peak or for when the next bust erupts. At the moment, us and the other boat are waiting for the tuna to come up again.
Maybe do a loop out that way, back on
And
it.
then take another sleep.
Yeah, and just ignore him.
There's definitely fish in the area
He's going to carry on pushing this bird.
and the birds know it as well.
So
They're all
driving
here,
forward.
but they're kind of being pushed along by the boats.
There's not too much encouragement here.
The thing is, no one really knows where that bust is going to come
Oh
up.
yes, I'm not about that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, we just carry on then.
It's kind of gambling on where you think it will come up. Or heading to
okay.
one you can already see.
Oh, lovely.
Bit lumpier out here now, but we've got some fish on the bow. Unfortunately, after all that excitement, the tuna have calmed down and all gone to ground, but the sea state is coming up a bit. It's getting a bit lumpy.
I don't know what's best footrest was there. But footrest behind your feet, right?
The boat's still being kitted out exactly as he wants it. In this swell, moving slowly, it's pretty slammy to be honest. New plan of action, we're going to wind all the gear in, get it all on deck, and then we're going to put the hammers down and sort of see what the boat can do really. It'll be interesting, won't it? Look how much space this boat's got. It's an amazing deck space. It's like such a platform. Oh, yeah, incredible. That's both rods in, both engines on. Yeah, Pete wants to drop the hammers. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Yeah, quite a bit of spray coming over the back deck there, but to be honest, the boat's skipping along lovely at this sort of speed. It's not slamming as much as it was at all, and much smoother. Wow, it was quite fun out there, but we've come inside a bit. Yeah, we ended up hauling the gear because it wasn't fishing very well in the wind waves, and now we're just towing in. We're just east of Gull Rock at the minute. There's Gull Rock out the window there. Look. Just ticking along, and hopefully we can find a fish. When we lost that fish, we actually lost our stinger with it. While there's not much action, it's time to make a few more stingers up. Ooh, this big pink and purple. It's going to be a good one. If I was to bet on a lure, this one's got fish written all over it. Plus it's the same as the one we just lost.
I mean, that is effectively cheating because we already caught one fish on it.
Yeah, but it's a good lure. Anyway, gonna have a rummage through this box, probably make a couple of stingers up. So I don't rate them.
No, I don't think we did anything with those. They look quite cool, but
They probably were.
yeah.
I think anything high contrast colour. Fishing kit catches more anglers than it does fish. Something we learnt with these squid. To thread the line, you need to cut the nose off them.
It's almost like you need a smaller spike as well, isn't it? So you don't want to split the rubber.
But actually cutting the nose off them leads to them splitting. Pete's 100% right on this. Really, you just need something to poke a tiny round hole in the end. You can see me using the Ikejime spike here, try that. But actually an Ikejime wire is plenty.
Starting this time last year, we were like 2 months later, so the fact that everyone's sort of taking it easy.
Well, there's probably a reason behind that.
Yeah, exactly.
Fluorocarbon for the stingers. The round wooden bead, if you like, serves two purposes. One stops the squid splitting, and two can float the lure a bit. And the smaller bead is just to butt up against the crimps, catch the tail. Hook length is, I think, quite important. You need the hook, in my opinion, to be in the skirt of the squid. It can take a couple of attempts to get it, mock it up and get it right, and then you can crimp it. I'm still learning about making up these stingers. This is year 2, but I'm all open to ideas on how to make this process better. Using a little bit of rubber tubing just in the eye of the hook there. High wear area, protection for the fluorocarbon.
So have a look.
Yes, the quality assurance test. Pass it to Pete. QA passed. Conditions have flattened off again, and we're back offshore a little bit and hunting for that fish. Yeah, gonna make another stinger up. Try one of these Fudo hooks. Notice on the stinger, that on the eye end that goes into the snap swivel, I've only got a single crimp there. Yeah, this should be sufficient really, because most of the strength I think comes from this first crimp. But yeah, we could add a second crimp as a backup really. And I think we've come around to the fact that adding 2 crimps is probably just a good practice. Spreader bar colours. This is our famous pink set from last year. It took a lot of fish. I really like this set. Everyone's got a magic lure in the fishing box. Well, this is my magic spreader bar. As the rest of the day goes on, it's just quiet out here. Even the magic set of lures aren't working. We fished on for a bit longer. Yeah, nothing going on really. So back to base. Well, that's the end of today. We got 1 fish. Pretty pleased with that. Shame it couldn't have been 2, but that's fishing. So what did our tuna weigh? Well, it landed in at 96.2 kilograms. That would give us a live weight of about 111.6 kilograms, which isn't too far off our estimated live weight of 103 kilograms. All in all, nice fish. Alright, join us again next time. Bit more fishing. See you later. Bye. Yeah, go on. Give us a thumbs up. Hit the like button. Just lets me know you like the videos. And yeah, subscribe if you want to. Nice one.